What's going on, everybody? This is an episode from the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast. Do you like podcasts and you want to see the full podcast? Make sure you check out the No Gimmicks Needed Wrestling podcast on all your podcast platforms, such as Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio, among many others. But you're listening to the episode right here on YouTube, so make sure you hit that like button and below, and make sure you hit the subscribe button to NC Studios and NC Level Up for all your gaming needs. This is the Nerd Coalition. Enjoy the show. This Saturday, June 7th, 2025, it is Money in the Bank. The poster already says the last time his name was seen on the cover because it's going to be his last Money in the Bank. And we have right now, it's going to be coming from Inglewood, California in the Intuit Dome. This is going to be, right now we only have a 4-match card. Usually Triple H does 5 matches. They may add one on Raw tonight. I would believe they do it either, if it's going to be a 5th match, it'll be on Raw tonight, opposed to Smackdown on Friday. And we got to get the predictions because the thing is on Saturday, and I'm like, well, we ain't going to have time to do anything else to do it. So I missed everything for Backlash and stuff like that. And I'm like, so we'll get some predictions out here. And so we got a 4-match card. Let's get into it first. Let's go into the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. And we got Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, Julia, Naomi, and one to be determined. Now, the one to be determined, there's going to be a match night on Raw between Liv Morgan, Stephanie Foucault, and Ivy Nile. Now, by the time y'all hearing this, the match has already happened. Because I'm not going to put the predictions up tonight. The match has already happened. And it's probably... At first, I was like, I'm going with Stephanie. Because I was like, there had to be a reason why Stephanie lost that NXT Championship, which is another thing. There was so much stuff we got to talk about of what happened over at NXT from this past week. I was like, there had to be a reason why she lost that championship and went to JC Jane. JC Jane. Like, I'm dead serious. I was like, wait a minute. JC Jane, no disrespect to JC Jane at all. But it looks like, because at first I thought it was going to be like, if that was the case, why just give it to Jordan Grace at Battleground? But there is rumors saying that Jordan Grace is on her way to SmackDown. They're like taking up all the names right now, and now we got to rebuild NXT again. And it screams transitional champion. But I'll get into that later. Okay, so make sure, I'll talk about that when I talk about NXT and Battleground and what do I think is coming up next for JC Jane, to be honest with you. So, at first, like I said, I thought it was going to be Stephanie that's going to qualify. Like, she's going to be there, she's going to qualify so she can be in there with Julia. But then again, I thought about it. Because not only is Money in the Bank on Saturday, Worlds Collide is that Saturday afternoon. Right across, I think, are they in the Intuit Dome as well? They are in the Kia Forum, which is right across the street, I believe it is. And Stephanie's on that card already. So I'm like, are they really going to make her have a match there and then have the Money in the Bank ladder match? Also, it's possible. She can work double duty. But I don't know if they're going to make her do that, because the night is going to start off with a Money in the Bank ladder match. It's going to start off with one. So you just don't know which one it's going to start off with. So that's why I was like, I went more into Liv Morgan. Ivy Nile's going to take the pin. Ivy Nile's not winning this matchup. And if she do, nobody had bet on Ivy Nile. But as right now, I was going more towards Stephanie. I was like, I think it's going to probably be more Liv Morgan, since her and Roxanne got a little beef going on, so she within the Judgment Day. Even with that being said, I think who has to walk out with this briefcase, who should walk out with this briefcase, and who needs to walk out with this briefcase is Naomi. You have to legitimize this heel turn. And it's getting good. It's getting good. Now, once again, I will say this, though. With it being good, I do think that it's getting stale in some areas. And what I mean by that is, if this feud was going to continue to go on like it is now, between her and Jade, then Jade shouldn't have won at WrestleMania. She shouldn't have.
Hello?
Hello?
Yo.
And for those who just listening, Prime has just now joined us. And we'll get his predictions real quick. I already said who needs to win this is Naomi. I was just saying that if the feud between her and Jade Cargill was going to continue going on like it is now, then Jade shouldn't have won at WrestleMania. It should have been Naomi. But right now, it feels like why is the Jade and Naomi thing so happy when she beat her ass twice? So I think personally, when Naomi what can use is that briefcase, her going a little crazy, but her still teasing that she can cash the briefcase in. I think that would be good for her heel turn.
Well, real quick, can you tell me who's all in the actual match?
So in the match right now is Alexa Bliss, Roxanne Perez, Rhea Ripley, Julia, Naomi, and one that's going to be determined tonight in a triple threat match between Stephanie Foucault, Ivy Nile, and Liv Morgan. Now,
I think they're going to get at the Liv Morgan, even though it should be Stephanie, but
Yeah, so that's what I was saying. I was saying that Ivy Nile's taking the pin, obviously. But Stephanie I was like, at first I was like, what? She'll be in there because the JCJ thing screams transitional champion, but I'll talk about that later. And I was like, okay, well, they can give it to her. But then I was like, but she has a match to do right at Worlds Collide that same day, right across the street. So I was like, will they make her work double duty? It's possible. But I figured they'll probably give it to Liv Morgan because the Liv Morgan and Roxanne got some beef going on in the Judgment Day. That's what I thought. So I figured it would probably be Liv.
To your theory, I'm gonna be honest. I personally don't think that theory will work out because Jade is gonna be a Matt Hardy to MVP in the Money in the Bank. I think she's gonna cost Naomi the briefcase.
Oh my God! See, I agree with you, but that's what I was saying. Like, if that was the case, then you should have had Naomi win at WrestleMania then, opposed to Jade. If we're going to continue doing this into June, Naomi should have won at WrestleMania, and then it would make more sense for Jade to be doing it because Jade don't need to be screwing her like this because she beat her twice.
But I guess if Naomi gonna quote unquote keep bothering her, I guess it makes sense. But when they have their last match or their next match or whatever, I think that's the match when she will have her stable.
Well, I hope so because they already got rid of the one group woman I thought she was gonna be in the stable. Unless he called,
Well, it might be. Is B-Fab a face or it could be B-Fab and Lash or it could be somebody else. But I'm saying like whenever they have their next match, that could be when Naomi debuts her new stable.
I can see that, but I also think that listen, if the way I'm thinking, if you give Naomi the briefcase now, you tease it, she can win the championship. Bianca can win the championship off Naomi, which they could set up Bianca having a championship going into WrestleMania next year for Rhea Ripley, and they can finally have their matchup. That's how I see this going. Way off, I know I can be, but as of right now, Naomi's heel work has been entertaining. I want the momentum to keep going, and she needs a big win right now because since her heel run, she really hasn't had no big wins. Money in the Bank will be a big win for her. She
hasn't really had any big wins since she came back either.
Exactly. So I think she's due in for.
She hasn't really had any big wins. Yeah,
I think she's due for a big one. Next match we have the last chance match for the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship: Lyra Valkyria versus Becky Lynch. Now, if Becky Lynch loses, she can no longer challenge for the title as long as Valkyria is the champion. But if Lyra loses, she'll be forced to raise the hand of Lynch and acknowledge Lynch as the better woman. Now, we seen Lyra win at Backlash. I do think Becky's due for the win here. But my question is, does Bayley come back before the match? I mean, during the match or after the match? Because we're waiting on Bayley to come back also. Remember, she got attacked. And Becky said she did it. So she got
Say that one more time.
We're waiting on Bayley. She's due back. It's because remember Bayley
Is she due back? She's quote unquote due back, but she was never quote unquote injured in the first place. They took her off for no reason.
Exactly, for a storyline. So you have Becky Lynch that I think will probably win the championship, and then start that feud with Bayley before Lyra gets her title back by the end of the year. She had a good match with Becky already.
I'm fine with that.
Huh?
No, I'm saying I'm fine with that.
Yeah. So yeah, I got this time. I'm gonna go at it again. She fooled me once. Shame on me. Fooled me twice. Shame on you. I'm going with Becky Lynch. Now we got the men's Money in the Bank ladder match. We got Solo Sikoa, LA Knight, Penta, Seth freaking Rollins, Andrade. I don't know why Andrade qualified for this. And one that's to be determined because there's another triple threat match on Raw tonight with, listen to this, it's CM Punk, AJ Styles, and, oh God, who was the third one? That was like, there's no way that they're winning this matchup. God, I forgot who the third man is.
Is it? Oh, it's Punk, Styles, and is it not Sammy?
No, it's not Sammy. God, I forgot who I forgot who the third one is. That was just like, there's no way that person's getting into this matchup. Oh my gosh, it's going to come to me at the worst point of when it's AJ Punk and Andrade El Americano.
Oh, he's winning. He's winning.
El Grande?
Is Chad Gable in the match?
No, it's just but I'm saying I also got to look at it this way. Worlds Collide is the same day. He's going to be on that Worlds Collide show. So with that, on that Worlds, if I look at the excuse me real quick, if I look at the matches, he has a match because Chad Gable has the match against El Helio del Vikingo.
Oh.
So I mean, it's possible.
Oh, well then it's fine. El Grande Americano can wrestle.
Yeah, so it's possible he can pull double duty, and they just have AJ Styles take the pin here. They're not going to pin CM Punk.
Double duty? What are you talking about?
Oh, here you go.
We ain't double duty. I don't know.
It's possible, but I felt as though like if you want to get the CM Punk and Cena one last time before Cena retires, then you got to have Punk win the Money in the Bank briefcase then. Have him qualify and win the Money in the Bank briefcase. I can see that happening. But if he doesn't, if you don't put Punk...
So you saying you want Punk to win?
Yeah, I think I want Punk to win. Because to me, since Cena's on SmackDown, supposedly, and Punk is on Raw, the way you get to Punk and Cena for SummerSlam is cash in that briefcase. If not, then you just stuck here... I look at the field right now, and I'm like, first of all, I think Carmelo Hayes should have been here over Andrade, and I'm like, there's no way I'm giving it to Solo Sikoa. The only other person I can see that can win it if it ain't CM Punk to come in here is LA Knight, because he ain't got nothing for him going for right now. He lost his United States Championship. He's not in the mix for the World Championship, so I felt as though that, why not give it to LA Knight this time? If you're not gonna give it to Punk, and if you just have El Grande Americano in there just to give you the high spots, and AJ's getting old, and AJ's not going to win no championship right now. If you're not going to give it to Punk, I say give it to LA Knight. Do you necessarily agree with me on that one? Or do you have somebody different in mind? Because it ain't going to be Andrade. I'll tell you that right now. And Penta's in there for, some good spots. And I don't think it'll be Seth Rollins, because I think Seth Rollins is going to get that tie from Jey Uso without the Money in the Bank briefcase. He doesn't need it.
I would say it's kind of a toss-up because it's like Seth winning it, he could be an annoying heel, but he don't need it because his champion is Jey Uso. So
exactly,
that's kind of.
I think it's going to be the match of SummerSlam anyway.
Yeah, so I'm saying like usually in this situation, I would give it to Seth, but again. If Seth does somehow win it, I think he'll cash it in that night.
I mean,
why not?
It's a possibility, but I think that'd just be a waste for a briefcase this year because you don't need to do that.
Yeah, true. But anybody in here, I'm not gonna say it'd be a waste of a briefcase, but like anybody in this match is kind of like.
But I'm saying if you put it on if you put it on LA Knight,
I don't see LA Knight winning the title.
But you don't see it now. You got to build them up. I'm saying the best way to build
I
them
don't
up.
see him winning the title. I don't see him winning the title like ever anymore. I'm sorry, I just don't.
Not even like the World Championship.
No.
Like, I could definitely see Naomi beating Io Sky or beating who's the world heavyweight champion on SmackDown right now? I mean, Io's on SmackDown. I'm sorry, no, she's on Raw. Who's on SmackDown right now as the champion?
Take Tiffany.
Tiff. Oh yeah. So it's like I can see her beating either one of those women. LA Knight is not going to be seen. It's going to be the World Championship. So, but once again, you had to go up against Seth, and I mean, he could be the megastar that gets it off of Seth after after he has his little heel run with it. It's possible. There are a lot of possibilities, but right now I'm gonna go with LA Knight for the men's, Naomi for the women's.
As far as who I see winning, I kind of feel like I said, it's a toss-up because it's like any one of these people could win, but I don't really
Except
care.
For Andrade.
What you got against Andrade?
I ain't got nothing against. I mean, it should have been Mello in this match, but I'm just saying, like,
Mello is not doing anything. So is Andrade. I get that, but they not high on Mello right now. For some reason,
they are showing more signs of being high on Mello now than they did last year. The man won the Andre Giant Battle Royal. He hasn't.
And just where has that put anybody in a good position?
Other than Jey Uso, nobody.
Exactly. So I don't think that really matters that he won that. But I see they trying to do stuff with him now, finally. But it's just like they should just let him be him and not try to have all these people do like. They should not try to have all these people write how his gimmick should be.
So who will be your toss-up pick then?
At this point, my toss-up pick, I don't want to say Punk because Punk don't need it, but I do feel like they will try to get somebody that already has won the Money in the Bank briefcase. Mm-hmm. So I do think it'll be a repeat winner. Also with the women's, if it's not Liv, then I do think it'll be something like Roxanne. Mm-hmm. But like Roxanne's been my pick for everything in the past 6 months. So it's like Roxanne, Elimination Chamber, Roxanne, Rumble, Roxanne, Money in the Bank. Roxanne's my answer for everything. She's never winning. She got to get it eventually because she's so young that it will make sense. Even though everybody else is established, she's good and young. Kind of like how Paige was good. She was like 19. So it's like you want to do something with that.
I agree.
But so I would say Liv or Roxanne for the women's, and for the men's, I would say, even though I don't want Punk, I would say Punk could be a good one because he could be a good thorn, or Punk could do what Cena did and say, "I'm gonna cash this in at SummerSlam to give you time to prepare." He could do what Cena did as well. So I would say Punk or Seth with that. But then again, who's the champ? Jay? Nah, he don't want Jay. He would want Punk. Yeah, well then, I can see Punk or Seth winning.
Okay, yeah, I can say Punk is still my original answer, but if it don't work out for Punk, if they don't want Punk to do it, then I'm gonna definitely go with LA Knight. And then of course we got I guess they're going to make this the main event, and that is the tag team match. Logan Paul and John Cena taking on the returning Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. This is going to be the tag team match. This was a way of making sure John Cena gets booed, because they were turning on Cody at WrestleMania, and John Cena's been getting mixed reactions opposed to just boos, and they did not want Cody Rhodes getting booed. So now we team up with Team Cena with the Heat Magnet that is Logan Paul, and then nobody likes Logan Paul, and then Jey Uso had to defend his title against Logan Paul. So that's what it's looking like. So obviously, I don't think that the heels benefit from anything from this. Logan Paul takes the pinfall here. I think the babyface is staying tall, and I don't know when Cody and Cena gonna run this thing back for his title, but we all know it's coming. It's not gonna be here yet because I think SummerSlam, CM Punk gets his shot at Cena first, but then I think Cody gonna probably win it back after that. After John Cena's done and gets his, or you never know. It could be. I don't want Cena losing the belt to Cody before he goes against Punk. So as of right now, I'm gonna go with the Bay Faces and Punk takes the pinfall. I mean, Logan Paul takes the pinfall. How about you?
I mean, yeah, I can see them doing all their tag team moves. They are former tag team champions, so I can see that happening. Also, it wouldn't hurt Logan Paul to take a pinfall, at all. But question: do you see? This is a funny. Do you see interference by one Travis Scott in this match?
I hope not. I really hope not. But I don't put nothing past it. I can definitely see because they want to get as much heat on Cena as possible. And I do think if you bring out Travis Scott, it's going to bring out some heat.
And wasn't this initially it was supposed to be him and Cena initially?
I think so, but I think it works better with Logan Paul because Logan Paul is, leaps and bounds better than Travis Scott.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm glad Logan Paul said Logan Paul can get the heat. He knows how to get heat. Just because people don't like you don't mean you know how to get heat. So Logan Paul knows how to get heat as well. So that should be pretty interesting. So once again, Travis Scott does interfere, then it'll go to Cena and Logan Paul. But I still think that Cody just coming back, and I think Jey Uso getting the Uso splash after Crossroads, an Uso splash onto Logan Paul and take his ass out. Yeah, that's how I see it going down.
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
So Cody Rhodes returned, right?
Uh-huh.
We lost the last time we seen him. He had his title. He had just lost it. Yeah. So instead of quote unquote in kayfabe, instead of Cody saying, "Hey, I want my rematch at Money in the Bank," Cody said, "I want a tag match."
Yeah, because on the kayfabe tip, on the wrestling tip, that looks mad stupid. Why not just get a rematch with Cena at Money in the Bank? That seems mad stupid, but they are trying to hold off for something. And right now, we got a lot of shows in July, but I don't think that. And they may even want to try to do Cody and Cena for the rematch of SummerSlam, but I think that would be a mistake because I think you need to go CM Punk. He got to get the CM Punk match out the way first before anything else. So,
he need to come around. Remind us how many dates he got left.
You absolutely right. Well, but as of right now, though, I'm gonna stick with Cody and Jay. We'll be on the safe side. Cody and Jay to win.
Yeah, I do Cody and Jay. They hit the 1D.
Yeah, that was our Money in the Bank predictions as well. So make sure you guys. I'm not going to be going. I don't think I'm going to be going live on Saturday to see that because there's so much stuff going on Saturday. I think I'm going to just talk about it on the podcast or get a review of it the next day. It. Yeah, on Sunday. So, like I said, I may go live on Saturday. I necessarily do not know just yet, but I know when it comes to like Worlds Collide and stuff like that, I'll talk about that on Sunday.